Hey my loves, how are you? I hope you're doing well. So we're going to go ahead and do a twin flame karmic reading to see what comes through in regards to you and your person. Doesn't have to be twin flame. It's just whatever that person is to you, okay? Especially if they're dealing with someone already in a relationship, but they're also talking to you, messing around with you, and you know your connection with this person, okay? So the first deck that we're going to get into is my Twin Flame Hunger Vampire Edition deck. Okay, you can find this in my Etsy shop. So let's go ahead and tap in and see what the main messages are, okay? Let's go ahead and give it a cleanse. All right, here we go. Something flipped over. All right, first card that came out is we will end up together. Okay, so this is something that I feel that your person strongly feels when it comes to your connection with them. It feels like when they're with you or talk to you, they see a different version of themselves. They feel like a different version of themselves. And they've been really thinking about that lately. It's a whole different scenario and ball game whenever they are, back to the karmic reality versus being in your vicinity or energy. They realize that you both know how to fulfill each other's cup. And it's just very difficult to get out of that because of other things that bind them to be together. If you know, you know. So that is definitely the first message to come through. Okay. So deep down, this person knows you guys will end up being together. They just have this, strong feeling, strong emotion that it will happen. And lately, it says, I am dealing with internal conflict. And because they're dealing with this internal conflict, it really causes them to act negative or a certain way towards you. Maybe you've noticed they've been very cold and detached. And because of that, they know that Spirit is giving them the request to stay away from you. It's for your protection. Like it says, Spirit is protecting you from me. Why? Because of that internal conflict. They're realizing that the longer they stay stuck in that karmic situation, that it's just going to cause them even more like mental abuse, but mental manipulation. There's also there's an indoctrination where they feel like they have to be there. It stems a lot from their belief system too. And a lot of times, yes, it could be from, comfort or just business or ties. It's more difficult to go than it is to stay. So they end up settling. And because of that, it's like it forces them to be in a position they don't want to be, but they have to deal with it. And it's easier said than done to be like, oh, if they're not happy, just leave. If you know, and it's really hard to do that. So nobody will ever truly understand that unless you're in some type of situation like that. Especially, it's like being in a contract. Like, I can't, they'll sue me, if I get out of this or break the contract, or you can't just up and leave if you're like renting, or you know what I mean? It's different. So they definitely know that. And in a way, they're glad that they have it in them and the strength to stay away from you for right now while they're in this negative energy because of this internal conflict, okay? It's like their demons are simultaneously fucking raging and shit, All right, let's get some more messages. Look at that. You've had enough. Feminines, a lot of you guys definitely have had enough with this DM, especially if they showed you that side of them, that version of them that just, that's the version, that karmic version of them that you hate, that you don't like, that you just can't tolerate. So therefore, you also seclude yourself and they seclude themselves. And there comes a point where you had enough to where it's like, even if they come to you in a positive energy, you're like, no, I can't do it while you're still with that karmic. But there is going to be moments and times where you can't help yourself and can't help but to be curious and fall into their arms again, or the temptation of wondering what if. Okay, so I fear you won't accept me for who I am. And this could be, this, you both could take turns feeling this way. Maybe they feel that you won't accept them for who they are and what they bring, you know, the baggage they bring. And it comes, you know, maybe they have some type of OCD issue or PTSD issue, and it's like, hey, you might not accept me for who I am. This karmic will, or this karmic tolerates it, because they're both the same. They kind of get each other. But if you're more of like the divine feminine, where you're just, you can't tolerate anything negative, which is unrealistic, to be honest with you, then you're just not going to be able to tolerate. You're going to not have enough, you know, you're going to have enough of their bullshit and not want to be involved and pull yourself away. Okay, so if you feel that you're the one that fears that they won't accept you for who you are because your beliefs have changed, you're no longer that person that you once were, you feel a lot more stronger, and your outlook in life is a lot different now, and you feel like they won't have that same mentality as you anymore. So in a way, you kind of feel judged, or you feel like they would judge you. But I feel like you both feel like you're both judging each other, which is interesting because I've been having those downloads a lot lately. So what is this what does the universe want you to know about the karmic situation? I'm going to tap into my karmic exposed deck. Okay, so this is like exposing the karmic and what also the DM feels when they're dealing with the karmic as well. So it's kind of like they're conversing with you, and also the karmic is like exposing herself in this deck. Okay, so this is from the DM. It says, this relationship is damaging me. As you notice here, the you know, the more grip and tighter they hold on and longer they hold on, the more it's going to cause them pain and hurt. You know, the thorns are making them bleed. You see what I mean? And it's really fucking, it could fuck with you on all types of levels, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Okay, so maybe that's why they feel like, or maybe you try to convince yourself this spirit is protecting them from you, and the truth is that they really are. Okay, because spirit sees things that sometimes we don't. I hate watching you succeed. Okay, so this is definitely from the karmic to the divine feminine. So obviously this karmic, if she suspects of you or knows of you, she's gonna look you up, search you up, lurk you, you know, see you succeed. If you're in the public eye, or you have your own business, you have your own thing going on, of course she's going to watch with hate, with the evil eye. And there's going to be times where you feel that negative energy, even if it's coming through the DM, because the karmics can use the DM to get to you if the karmics can't get to you directly. And that has been happening a lot. The karmics are noticing that, you know, the best way to get to the divine feminine is through the masculine. They're kind of like manipulating that situation now. So this is like literally them exposing that they freaking hate watching you succeed, which means that what you're doing is good, baby girl. What you're doing is good. Irk the fuck out of her, right? All right, so what else? She enables my addictions. Look at that. Wow. So listen, this could have a lot to do too with the internal conflict. If this karmic knows that that's the only way to control the DM or keep him, you know, behaving or under her control or whatever, it's like, hey, they're going to go ahead and enable whatever this masculine, their vices, you know, whatever they're addicted to, or whatever they know is bad for them, or you know what I'm saying, that won't help them evolve on any level. So, of course, she's going to use that to her advantage. And maybe the masculine sees it, but he goes along with it because he's getting his shit fed, you know? I play the role of the divine feminine. This is the karmic, okay? This is the karmic saying, hey, I like to spy on I like to spy on the divine feminine, hating her succeed, but they learn a lot from the divine feminine. They mimic your ways. They study your movements, your belief, everything you do, everything you say, and they'll try to use that to play mind games on the divine masculine to keep him feeling fucking confused. Okay. And of course, karmics always have their little minions next to them to make it seem like, you know, you're the problem and not them. Karmics will always try to reverse the shit. You're getting under your skin. So another thing the karmics love to do to the divine feminine is piss them off, is get under their skin. If they know that you're watching social media of the DM and stuff like that, they'll purposely do things where they're, you know, even fake. I'm picking up and channeling the fake videos or fake photos of them like living their best life and everything, but behind closed doors this DM is like miserable, and the DM tells you one thing but you see another, you know, and it makes it hard to believe any of them. You know what I mean? But this karmic purposely does this shit because she knows she can get under your skin and piss you off in her mind, right? We like to make them believe, or you like to make them believe. When I say I mean you guys. The only karmics I deal with are fucking haters. That only means we're doing something right. Okay. It says, I constantly lie to your divine masculine. Of course, this right here, playing the role of the divine feminine, that's a lie on its own. You see that? That is a hella lie. And the DM knows. He's already used to, and this DM is already used to these karmics lies. He's immune to the lies, let me tell you. He can't tell whether it's a lie or it's real. He can't tell whether... That's what's confusing, too, when it comes to your guys' connection. If you have that, you know, spiritual connection, divine connection, is that the karmic is doing her job, you know, doing her job as a karmic to keep this masculine confused. And then here it says, I mock your spiritual beliefs. There you, that is why I said that maybe you feel like they're judging you on your beliefs, that they might not accept you for who you are. Okay. And you know why? It has a lot to do with the karmic too. Also mocking your spiritual beliefs, which is ironic because, you know, there they are studying your every belief system and everything you do and say, and go turn around and fucking be a hypocrite. Ain't that about a bitch? But just sipping my tea, right? We just sip our teas. We also have, I want the divine feminine to lose. That is every karmic's dream, is to see the divine feminine lose, to go under, to get, you know, to be canceled out, or they'll do anything in their power to defame their name or cancel them out. And it's like, they're not doing shit. They're just making themselves look like a hater. That's what they do. The best thing, the best revenge for the divine feminine is watching these karmics do their absolute most and yet have no absolute fucking effect in the end. All right, so what does this masculine want you to know? What's the Karmic 411? This is my Karmic 411 message deck. Okay, you guys can find it in my Etsy shop. For those that are new, of course. So let's see what comes through. The sex with her isn't that great. It's whack. Oh. Yo. Sip the motherfucking tea. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to let it speak for itself, okay? Just know that me choosing to stay has nothing to do with you. That's from the masculine. Them choosing to stay has absolutely nothing to do with you. We have turned off. My karmic isn't really ambitious like you, and that's a major turn off. See, it makes sense why she wants you to fail and why she hates watching you succeed, because she's not ambitious. Hey, she tries to be like you. That's one thing that she's not, is ambitious. And the masculine sees that. Often imitated, never duplicated, right? If that ain't tea, I don't know what is. All right, my loves, I'm going to keep it short, simple, and sweet. I hope you guys enjoyed the tea, the karmic tea. If you guys want to book a reading, everything is listed in the link in my bio. You can find my services there, or you can email me, okay? Also, be careful with the scams out there and the fakes and the frauds. Always use discernment, okay? And I'll talk to you guys later. Loves you. Bye.